tirade against Lupita just out of the blue. So if you guys remember back on April 14th, there was a post on social media. I was going to send you the thing. And basically it read, "Dear Black girl, you do not have to be mixed to be beautiful." And so a lot of people were praising this post, but Gilbert Arenas decided to bring his ignorant ass onto the post and basically said, "How black are we talking?" And saying that, you know what, the most beautifulest so-called black women are usually brown skinned. They're never darker than a Gabriel Union. You know, I don't care what anybody says. Black women with African features like Lupita Nyong'o, they're not cute. They're only cute when the lights are off. Just being very, very disrespectful. And people drug his ass. They drug his ass all up and down social media to the point where he later backed down and he apologized. And he claimed that he misread the original post. And he thought that the post was basically disrespecting biracial girls. And because he has biracial daughters, he took offense to it. And at that point, I knew he was full of shit. But I chose not to make a video. I was like, you know what, whatever. So now, fast forward 2 months later, a few days ago, he decides to go back in on Lupita Nyong'o. So basically what happened is that some, dude ended up tagging him. He goes, "Hey, look, it's the black girl you said looks better in the dark." So he came back and he responded, "Everybody's saying her skin looks beautiful. How about her face, though? Lights off." And so at that point, again, people got in their feelings. People were really upset. People were really mad. A lot of black women were really hurt by what he said and stuff like that. And, I'm just to the point where I'm over the whole colorism thing. I'm over these colorist-ass men. And funny enough, most of these colorist men tend to be the same skin tone as the women that they're calling themselves clowning, okay? What I've noticed in my travels around, okay, is that a lot of black guys, particularly the dark-skinned ones, they seem to have some type of hate for dark-skinned women who are confident. I don't know what it is, but it's like they feel some type of way. Because, again, a lot of these guys like to push the narrative that all dark-skinned women are ugly, they're fat, they're overweight, they're ghetto, they never wear their real hair. They like to push all these narratives to justify why they're dating outside their race or why their own skin tone. He's somebody who's insecure with his own blackness. And most of all, he's pissed off because his so-called biracial and racially ambiguous daughters, they look black.
So those are his daughters.
Let's keep it real. Those children of his, those 4 kids that he has, do not look like they have a drop of Mexican in them. Those children look full black. From his sons to his 2 brown-skinned daughters. They look just like Gilbert Arenas. He was hoping them daughters would come out looking like Laura Govan, and that's what her ass was hoping as well. She's another color-stuck-ass chick. We all saw her on that reality TV show talking about she wished there were more light-skinned people on the show. How are you even talking in a colorist tone?
Okay, so this is her.
To you having intention, you received a lot of flack for this comment you made.
This is what got my heart. I was like, Lord, Nick, this is an issue.
On the cast.
So I love the group dynamic. I wish we had a little more light-skinned people. Is that racist?
What the was she talking about?
Again, that was to be funny. All of us are light-skinned. So it had nothing to do with nothing. I thought it was funny. You didn't think it was funny? You keep it moving. All right, cool. Next, what's happening?
Karamo and New York, when you 2 heard that, did you think it was funny?
I didn't give a damn. I mean, normally somebody says something like that, I'm like, let me check you. But I think it's just because I've gotten to know your personality.
Yeah, so you know me. So
he's licking ass again because she's not even black.
My dad is black.
Her dad is black.
I don't care.
Black.
I don't care about that. When I heard that comment, I did have to pause. But then I had to dig deeper and know who I was as an African-American woman and say, I don't give a what she wants to see on the panel. I'm here, as brown as I am, as black and as beautiful as I am. And if I rip this hair off, yes, I do have naps, and it's okay.
So, Lord, a lot of people don't identify you as black. So you have a black woman who said, I was offended by you being a black woman of darker skin. So, do you think you offended black women?
No, not at all. I'm black.
Then why bring it up?
Again.
If you are black,
Joking
why bring that up?
Joking around.
Why make tone such a subject to say? If you are black and you're standing in it, stand in it in all shades.
Don't sit here and pick and choose. Standing and standing in all shades. That's what I don't respect.
Listen, that lady was feeling
y'all
that.
Need to start taking notes. Okay?
And it made me sad.
Y'all need to start taking notes on some of these so-called woke celebrity men.
I didn't see all this.
What I
didn't
find
even look all that.
But she's been
this is Snoop Dogg's daughter.
Recently, crying her eyes out about how insecure she was about being dark-skinned.
Colorism is a discrimination against individuals with a dark skin tone, and that is not okay. A lot of people tell me, oh, you're pretty for a dark skin girl. What does that mean? Are you shocked that I'm pretty because of my skin color?
I don't even know how old she is. She's so cute, though.
You wouldn't tell a light-skinned girl, oh, you cute for a light-skinned girl.
Which, that's not necessarily true.
Okay? Lupita has done nothing to him but pay his ass dust. And I don't see any of these black men coming to her defense. And that's the saddest part, because I know damn well if he said these same disrespectful comments about a Rihanna, about a Beyonce, about hell, even an Amber Rose, they would throw on their capes and they would ride on him. How dare you talk about Rihanna? How dare you talk about Amber Rose? She's fine. She got pretty eyes. Oh, she's sexy. She can rock a bald head. People will be fighting tooth and nail to defend these other women. But you notice none of them say anything when it comes to dark-skinned women being disrespected. And again, this is not a ratchet-ass dark-skinned chick. This is not some ghetto hood booger chick who's on social media acting a fool. This is a woman who does nothing more than mind her business. And she's actually done something to be famous. She's a stellar actress, okay? So let's not forget that. This is not just some random Instagram model. Had he said these same comments about Bernice Burgos, trust and believe these same, woke celebrities would have went in on him. So it's funny that dark-skinned women are always the butt of the joke, and people don't seem to be bothered, nor do they bat an eyelash when a dark-skinned woman with African features, who's not the typical Eurocentric beauty model, but because it's Lupita, I find it funny that so many men, so many celebrities are quiet, and females as well, because a lot of celebrity females are not chiming in. They're not saying too much either. And that's the same thing with Kodak Black when he was saying his old ignorant-ass comments, and I called him out a year ago. And the same folks were like, oh, you're being sensitive. It's just a song. You're tripping. And then what happened with women? You can date your white women, but you don't have to disrespect your own. Because, again, I know white men who prefer nothing but Asian women, but I have yet to see a white man go on national television, go on Instagram, go on social media, and disrespect white women, all the while uplifting Asian women. I don't see that. What a lot of these men need to realize, the same tears that you're trying to cause somebody else to have are the same tears you're going to be wiping off your daughter's face. Because the same attitude and the same seeds that you're planting into these young men's heads who look up to you, Gilbert, is the same way they're going to treat your daughters. Because why? Your daughters do not have those features, okay? Your daughters look like little black girls. They do not look like little Mexican girls, okay? They look full black. So the same way you're talking about this woman and disrespecting her dark skin is the same treatment that your daughters will receive, because you're planting the seeds of hate into these young men who follow you. And these young men think this shit is funny. And we need to start calling out foolishness like this. We need to start putting people's feet to the fire. And most of all, you need to talk with your dollars. Don't support nothing that he does. You know what I'm saying? I just find the whole situation just disgusting. And I'm really glad that Lupita's unbothered. I'm glad that she's not addressing it. I'm glad she's not reacting.